exciting presentation of a publication of bicycle fleet maintenance. I know, the build-up is crazy strong, but nothing to that. Should be a nice in and out operation. This is one of those getting ahead of the storm type of ones, but I figured I'd give an update as well on everything going on, and then you know what's up. Ugh, might as well bring the cup of coffee over. But as maybe even suggested by me, the ultimate death of the research and development bike. I'm gonna say that's a no for the moment. I'm gonna say we still have some. We got some trial and error. So the best way to explain it, if it is even still in shot, is that the let's call it the manufactured attachment points for the derailleur on the end don't match up with the derailleur that I have that came with the bike right from the factory. And there is a way that they did attach it where they didn't attach it and they put it in where the tie is supposed to be. I'm going to later attempt to try to do that. Believe it or not, this rim is supposed to be on this bike, but I got so mad of everything binding up and not spinning on this bike, I had to prove this wheel still worked. So I rode this wheel literally until not only did the tube fail, but it basically broke a spoke. But for my assessment, that's all that happened. We didn't get anything else. But I recently just kind of tuned that derailleur to actually the spindle that came with this bike right from the factory. So using that wrench we found for free, basically try to get everything put together real quick. I had the air tubes and tire to get the research and development bike going. This is Raphael right here. Look at that, free wrench works. I like it. That was a good find. That was a good 25. I'd call it 25 USD dollars. I saved just grabbing this wrench left on the road. Not saying it was left intentionally, fell out of a truck, whatever. Everything goes along. Also, maybe the loosening order on this one. But either way, put a new spoke on this rim, have it ready for that bike. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that rim, put it on this bike. Just to change it up, to make sure everything. I probably need more than one wrench for this process, just for a second. But that's where we're at. Although I just thought about how the back of that TV needs to be a little lower, most likely. But, oh well, we'll get there. Is it loose enough? That's all I wanted. Alright. That's all we needed. Let me go do the proper part here. Oh no. Sorry. Might as well switch it over to the news anyway so I can keep abreast of the issues. Sorry, Horatio. Alright. Yeah, there we go. We got, what is this? Barcelona, maybe a replay from the World Cup. But nothing bad. But overall, just getting everything together. Ooh. Oh, what fun it is to ride a bicycle today. Haven't yet, but the goal is shortly. At least do a nice dinner run. But yeah, like this air tube came off of actually what I call the ghost bike, which is the third bike, which I haven't broken out yet. Because I'm trying to get all the wheels set up, but all that thing needs is a new chain. And I have the front rim for it. Yeah, I have the front rim that came with it. And then, yeah, just gonna try to get a third working rear rim. And at least get that one set up. So this air tube came off of the front tire. Ugh. That came with the ghost bike, which I don't think I've disclosed yet. But either way, this tube probably is fine. Probably got loosened somewhere in the day, but It is old. Did that say Subaru? Oh, Sunlight. By Kendall. But either way, this needs a new spoke. So before we get too out of whack. Because as I said, this guy right here, whew, everything's done. Not only the cassette and the spindle that came with that bike, but basically most of the spokes too. I already got a rear tire ready to put on it. And so yeah, I have to basically figure out a way to get that derailleur on there without binding up the rear wheel. It's a quagmire, it's getting that one going again, but this spindle and spokes actually came with this bike from the factory. But yeah, I just put it on Raphael to prove it works. I was going nuts about it. Not nuts, but you know, just, why isn't this working? But either way, I have this complicated bolt on the other side of this one. Seems destined to make me have to do a bunch of stuff to get it off, but it's okay. So we're gonna try to see if they can set off relatively easy. Open your mouth. All right. There we go. There we go. Because of course the spoke broke right behind the cassette. I'm hoping this might be the one that came from the factory. While I'm at this moment here. Even I'd like to change this one out for another one. Even if it is crossed in, it'd be nice to have this issue. How is it you have 2 wrenches? Are these fines in a wrench? Just try them. I shouldn't need that wide opening for a moment. There we go. And just come off, man. You cross that, it's okay. Or whatever it is. Let's do it. Okay. You're a little raw on that side, but it's okay. Either way, give yourself this proper spoke. Now, I'd like to believe these are the ones I don't want to use. So I think I'm left with all the ones in here. Oh, that was a good start. Should be relatively easy to fix. Honestly, it's just one. So yeah, I stopped before I started breaking 500 others. So call it progress. So like I said, harvesting the parts needed to fix it if I can. Success. It's part of this morning scripture, actually. The little wins, basically. Things being done that you just don't see. Might be a pile of junk. It's all the parts you need to keep the bike running. Can you get her bra off with one hand or not? Apparently not. There we go. And voila! She's back on pretty much. Yeah, this one's good because, yeah, she's good and straight. Now, the best part is go and figure out which one it is to give it a loving tightness to the rim that you just put on. Be close, actually. I think it was in the air. I know what side it is on. This would be funny when I can't find it again. Oh. Close. Oh. Oh, there it is. These are tuning key 14, been working for me lately on these. There we go. Should be good to go. Put this guy back on and figure out if I can come up with enough washers or spacers to maybe make that work. A little sad by all that, but it's okay. But at least in the long run, she kind of gets to go back home. Now this being the one that was on Raphael, I remember thinking I got it straight, but I just want to see if I can maybe get it to spin. There's a slight wobble with it. I'm a little perturbed about there no movement of spinning all of a sudden. Like I said, just a little perturbed. I'm concerned about all that. Just a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe just put that bike back together. That's childish. Hold up. I'm a little. I could just put it on there and see if it'll spin once it's attached, but, before it starts taking everything apart. But that one was interesting. Okay. For whatever reason, it's a little tight, but don't seem to be affecting this side too much. Do a simple test real quick over here. Clamp it down, see what it does. You know? Will she spin if the side's attached? Yeah. Pretty much a yes, but there we go. Get it going. It is tight. I don't know why, but it's kind of loosening up there. Almost like, take a second to work on it. Yeah, because I really thought this was just going to be like an easy boom. I am tempted to put that other rim on and just be like, I guess I got to work on this one more, but I feel like I'm right here at the finish line. So, see what happens. Open your mouth once more, please. Free wrench. Free $20 to $30 wrench. Ooh, just give me that little extra. There we go. I was about to say, it can't be that hard. I just put it on. Even excited to get back to the original gears and speeds. So that's my question. Can I lose this? Are we fully committed on that? I see you're getting loosened. Clamp on there. There's it. Yeah. Hey, that feels like fun. Okay. There's a way. And maybe wash it. washer don't matter, but I think this washer was supposed to be this guy where it's supposed to be. Had an interior washer. Maybe it doesn't need to be loosened. Better ways to do this than the way I'm doing it. Let's pay dividends. Okay, maybe once it's attached too. Okay, no, maybe we are good. Well, at least it gets me to test and prep this rim up. I know that one's perfect, so I can now operate basically on the assumption that all that will work. Some bolts maybe I haven't worn to the ground. Those two. Don't know if I need another washer. We'll find out, I suppose. Do that and like I haven't beaten it. Yeah, it is always beaten up. Track of that. That looks okay. That one's left undone. You grabbing the same washer? Felt like it. Alright. Get this ready, put on an air tube, and let's get Raphael riding again. Don't like it. Don't like it either. Really full circle. Alright. There we go. There we go. Maybe I could have done that, please. That's okay. Too worried about it all. Alright, now we get to experiment real quick, because I want to see how bad this little tube turned out. In case you guys haven't understood how this backpack operates. Yes, it's got all the tools. I got this thing actually not get hooked on is be my component in a weird aspect of design, not expecting for it to be based, but I'm convinced there's a hole somewhere. There kind of has to be at this point. If there isn't, that's kind of incredible. Now, Cool Trick is just the 4-watt soapy water. You see the bubbles, all that. Somewhere over here. Oh, there it is. Whether it's Google or not. She got a little gas, so she's done. But I might use this to seal a window or a door with. I hate just wasting stuff, but that is trash, so throw that over where the trash is. I know that it'd be next to the tires, it's the season, but can't seem to do better. Now, we'll come back to the air pump momentarily. Woo-hoo. I've been having success with these guys not failing on me. It's not that the slimes ain't bad, because the front tire is a slime tube, but you know, that's from kind of like 2020, 2021. But the bill tubes I've had good success with, because at least with a couple of the slime tubes, I'll give, to it that, certain, unforeseeable forces of nature kind of thing, along with just some valve stem failures that made me really just be like, man, I ain't spending another, $7-8 on you. But, ooh, I might do a little cheat real quick here, get the inside of the tires done. Make sure there's no foreign objects worth of poke on. Now, you don't always want to use like wet wipes or whatever, but I got a stash of them right now working. Ooh. But at least get out the dirt pretty easily, very quickly. Since this one's been sitting for a minute. Oh man, it's got a leaf in it. It might have been from the one from outside. So that was the one I was just using. Curious if whatever got the air tube is still in that tire. Basically, using the advantages of the wet wipe to collect the insides. Woo. Never do this on carpet. Make it a clean, wipeable surface of some sort. I mean, the garage is good too. I hear this leaf. There it is. But yeah, the reason why I was saying you don't want to be using wet wipes is because you don't want the alcohols or anything to start breaking down the rubber from the inside. But the ones that I have, are like, this, weirdly are like, kind of for, I think it's mainly sensitive skin too, so it's just nothing kind of thing. What is that? It's just a weird... something in there, but the rest of the tire is all clean at least, so I don't have to worry about anything in it. One more. Could be rocks, whatever it is, not sure, but that one's good to go, even if it goes back onto the research and development bike. Like I said, I just gotta try it the other way and see if it will stabilize, and then I'm gonna give it that other 150 miles it needs to finally get the, I think it's 4,250 mile update, or it's the 4,500 mile update on saying how much, durable the Huffy Granite 26 is. And technically, everything was going fine. Like I said, it went to 4,000 miles before the spindle that came from the factory snapped in half. If you want, go into the shorts or the playlist and you can find it. Take it all in and everything. But, yeah, like I said, I want to take a quick second with this one because obviously whatever's in the tire went through and got it. And I just found the thing. I think it's still in there too. I don't know if the camera will really show it, but there it is. It's like a piece of glass. Yep, piece of glass. I don't know if that'll focus. Don't have the light right at the moment, but whatever for my lenses. And it fell, so it could go in my foot. But there it was. Glad I found it like that instead of just, my fret hand going over that glass and slicing the finger. So I'll give it that. Yeah, this is a sexy trade. You're going back on Raphael. Since I know that one's got another day of R&D. I don't think I'm going to do it right this second. I probably can. I just want to see how motivated I am after getting everything set up. If any of the other ones, I'll use it on my own hands. There's the design. But, okay. Alright, air pump backpack. Or Airport, airport. That's a good name for it. It's got the hardware, the air pump, everything you need to ride a bike. Tools, storage capacity. There we go. I don't want to keep moving everything around. So just have it come out this way. But typically, you don't ever want the tube on the ground collecting dust as you're getting it put into the tire. But luckily, not everything is too dirty. It might look dirty, but it's the arts and craft. Or, you know, the maintenance shop floor. Just give it a little air, not a lot. Just enough to fill out the tire and tube and make it work. Sit you not too far. And then, boom, get this stuff over here. Might be one using unless they're still on. Good. I don't know. I might really try to get that one riding too. I might really try, honestly. And then I'll probably clean this up a little more. This is just like a mixture of spokes and wheel bearings, so I do gotta split it up. I think I have all the proper stuff to do it too. So, yeah, probably do that once I turn the camera off. But let's get this done at least. I do plan on getting another WTB tire. Gotta match, man, you know what I mean? Front logo spinning, you know what I mean? Grand Prix style, but yeah, make it work. I use as what the universe gives me, you know? Apparently helps. We got quite a bit of stuff. Either way, not a lot, but limited, finite resources of the earth, but you know, how it goes. But try to get as much use as I can out of everything. Using all parts of the body, you know, the animal. Not letting anything go to waste. But now, if the wheel's going this, yep, that's the way you want it to be. Do it. I know that's the way I want the tire to be. Yep. Just, ooh, spatial relations didn't hit quickly on that one at least. Voila. I want to fill it up with some air, but not give it all the air so I can get it in through the brakes. But at least Raphael will be riding. And on its original spindle, so that'll be kind of cool. So at least that should all work out. Then might be backwards. There we go. This wasn't attached, right? Now, take a peek at the gauge. Don't know if I can get you to see the gauge on here, but just try to give it at least 20. Kind of let it fill out. It's sitting at 10 right now. Just come right out. But she's good to go. Might hear it still squeaking. It's got some room in there. Basically about 40 psi makes a change. But ooh la la. Should be enough to snake it back through. Not too much. Maybe without getting the spokes caught in between the bike frame. Alright. I was about to say, I might have pushed it too much, but it's okay. And yeah. Alright. Give her a little tighten. 1, 2 little jab. Oh my goodness! Raphael, beautiful machine. Ah. Mwah. Awesome. I'm sorry, man. My bro. Ah. Look at that. She got a little wobble in her, but it's okay. Haven't necessarily done nothing. I could still. What is it? Strip out another bolt, but not too bad of a wobble. Before I fully pump it with air or whatever. Could also just be the rim itself. Might have a little bend in it, but I have confidence. It will work just fine. Raphael back together again. Alright. So, don't have to worry about that. Give Raphael some more air, but we should be good. Alright. I've said that a million times already. Let's at least look at this. Quagmire. Because I'm all about saving my air tubes unless I don't need them. But like I said, I really would like to get a mile update on, the old research and development bike. As I mentioned before, all within the bolts here. What's being taken together. So there's a way of doing it that I'm okay with, but I feel like I want to clean up all that real quick. Oh, such a nerd! I love it. Alright. Chain for Ghost Bike. Like I said, the bike you guys haven't seen yet. Don't know where this came from. Might be a little distressing. These are acceptable. Instead of these are sort of stripped down. Extension. Oh, this is kind of just there. I do want to clean this floor a little more, so getting this crap off finally is a win. Just for jokes, I want to see if it works. We've got a couple nibbles in case I need them. Get one of these. Oh, and the adventure begins. There's one. Try out one of you. See how that works. Oh yeah, so that's the piece. I want to see if I can go find at the hardware store kind of thing. Or adapt a couple pieces of and from. Have a jab with. Trying to get everything to work. And tape up these guys so they don't get mixed in with everything else. Which should be good. Didn't expect there to be a cleaning segment. That's where I'm at. I gotta keep everything tidy. Actually, it looked cleaner too. See the bottle of grease. Okay, yeah, no, this feels dog bar. That's fine. Try to get some speed. Almost done with the bag. Now I'm at the point where I can get all the nipples out of the way. I can just grab all the balls and bag them up and go. We won't go too far, but oh, we got sidetracked. Better grab the balls, let the nipples behind. Woo! Do the hippos ever feel laborious in the game? Alright. That's a win. These are rim parts. I guess I want to take these guys up. Ooh, wipe down this whole little area, man. Got more room for activities. Look at that. Yeah, man, that looked way worse. Okay. Alright, really do need to clean stuff. But, alright. See. Probably not gonna be able to see everything I'm doing, but that's okay. I'm not too upset, because I feel like this is gonna turn into I need the wheel on here to make this work, but if I can just get it to the standard I think it was at, we got a shot. Because, yeah, I don't think the derailleur is broken. I will bust springs out of derailleurs, but that's just me. Oh, I really need that screwdriver. Okay. Oh. Legos and bolts, man. They'll get your feet. But that one didn't hurt. Alright. And the goal is just to reattach it. Oh, wow. Okay. Like I said, I think I'm a little irritated. This process might be hemmed up. Like, I don't know. Was it the wrong derailleur at the factory I got, or what? I know a lot of people are joking. It's just the cheap bike or whatever. But still, what was the plan on that one? Now I gotta get my protractor out, figure out what angle one is the right one for this bike frame, and it can actually have a sturdy frame. Alright. Yeah, because I think once I figured this out, I was like, son of a bitch. Lazy asses. Yeah, I can get it in like that. Oh, Harley Quinn should be back for the research and development bike. How much can you get out of 150? Actually, not bad. I do have one of those Velociraptor front tires on there, so that's like $40, right? And so, with that, and then all the parts I've gotten, you know, all the spare spokes that I've gotten off of other projects and everything. Oh my goodness! The weight of this thing. Alright, how about this? You come through first. Because this piece is willing to go back to way it was set in here. You, my friend, buddy, are the one cooperating. There we go. We were friends. Alright. I don't know, I got time for this, Mr. Jeffers. What do you want? Because the other side of things like eating my skin, so I'm like, man, this thing started. I also feel like perfect. Let's see if we got success on this thing or not. But there being a good camaraderie. This bolt doesn't work, then yeah. Okay. It will get started. Alright. That's what I needed to know. Don't waste it any more time. Will it get started? Which one do you want to go? Alright. Ooh. I know a lot of you might be asking, is the stabilization bolt necessary? Pretty much. It's a 2-point process. The bike axle being 1 point of stabilization. This bolt and this piece together. I think I taught him a little more comfortable way of doing this at least. I'm so close to the right answer. Here we go. There we go. Oh, yeah. Kidding me, out of all the places he grabbed, though. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're right there. Here we go. And then the hard work is over. All right. Watch it magically like screw it now. Just for everything I just went through. Shot. You might have that's been shot. Oh, whew. Cool. I am doing this a little inverted. I wish I was the other way. Even if it was, or, I guess I could have just. All right, good enough. Not thinking about it. I missed the snap in place. Let everyone stay in. There we go. Now, if this can stay the way it is. Research Development Bike is back. We'll see if the Huffy Granite can get more miles than 4,000, was it 175 got or 150? Ease it up a little, but just needed it to be in place. Alright, cool. And then it's not gonna look at all professional because it isn't, but that one ain't gonna work. Either way, it will more not locked down in the back. But we should be okay. Actually, look at that. Just a couple love taps. And the bike should be back. That did work. Got where I wanted it. A little deeper in the pocket. What side did I hit that on this? Huh. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, it's hard to explain, but if that shows, these are the holes where it's supposed to be, and then the piece that it, uses on the back end is actually being used in where the spindle arm or the spindle bolt is. I'm guessing I can't get any more leverage. All right, there we go. It's a boom, so that's how it stayed in there originally. But at least that part's done, and when I'm ready to, after I get that rim straightened out and everything, well, I got everything right here, I guess. Every time I'm like I'm done, I go right back in. In theory, I should be able to put this guy in there. And it will finally spin. It looks like it too. If you ever heard of a song called Hey Pachuco, that's what's in my head right now. For the free, go tonight. Yeah, she's got some wobble and tight. I gotta address. Shifting of spokes. Yeah, it should work though. You know what? It's funny. I ain't complaining or bitching because she's spinning. Ain't jamming up. So, that's pretty good. Otherwise, I could probably hammer in a bit, but too much. Just need it tight a little bit just to straighten out the spokes. Basically, give a quick demonstration on that. Oh my goodness. We're tightening or loosening? I've ruined everything. There we go. I don't need it to be perfect, just enough. Oh, that's so cool. She's spinning without grinding. Oh, that was killing me. On your own power. Oh, she's fucking back. Ah, beautiful machine. Oh. I was really hoping too, especially with getting that new front track. They wanted to go to waste. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see what we got. It's got a balance to it, don't it? Man. Don't think this is needed, but do your guts. But yeah, it tightens it, tightens loose and it makes it go either way. So the spoke's pulling this way, the spoke's pulling that way. Tighten, loosen, how you kind of get it. Just wanted to give it a little screw. Pretty sexual already. Nipples, screws, everything. Got that bounce in it. Maybe the rim's not good. Good enough to get miles on. I see when she skips up and goes over. It's like there. Oh, that was the one that broke. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta put my own foot in my mouth, right? No. Still got a tense wobble with it. I don't know, I gotta work on this a little bit, but that's basically the process, left and right with this. But I can confirm what I thought might have been a defeat of the research and development bike, but she is not a loss. She's still fighting, otherwise. Ready for an air tube, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing that right this evening. Might be something throughout the upcoming week. I'll spend 2 days so we can do a mild update with everything. But man, I'm pretty happy about all that. Some axle stuff. Ah. Then we get to clean up this area too. Get these guys out because I know what they are. Two. Spare washers. Leave that. I'm wrong with clean and organized. I don't think. Oh, I should probably turn off the camera too. But yeah, everything should work out. This stuff over here for now. And just like that. Man. But yeah, so Harley Quinn is back. So at some point you'll see a mild update on the bike. This one, Harley Quinn. And then of course, Raphael back in action, especially after the bottom bearing. Actually, it was a complete replacement, weirdly. I just caught it early before it got really bad. And then, yeah, like I said, reutilize this rubber tube. I'm going to try to seal the door window with it to make it cooler inside. But otherwise, peace and joy love, everyone. That's some basic bicycle maintenance. And of course, tubes by Bell, bikes by Huffy, 95, 2025, or 2020, yeah, 2025. So, 20 years apart, some similarities, but nothing too bad. And with that, I'm going to clean up the area. Be good, everyone. Peace and joy love.